Hello, and welcome to the First Day Access information video. This video is designed to be a quick reference guide to cover the vastness of FDA, or First Day Access. It's organized into 7 sections, including an additional FAQ video that can be quickly accessed by the timestamps listed in the video description below. The 7 sections include: what is FDA and why, what is included with FDA, how to access FDA content, payments and charges, opt-in, opt-out, billing and refunds, semester pay and continuations, and frequently asked questions. FDA has changed quite a bit since its original implementation, so we highly recommend watching parts 1 through 6 in their entirety before jumping straight to the FAQ video. In the FAQ video, you will find a long list of frequently asked questions regarding the FDA program. The video description below has a list of FAQs with a timestamp next to it. Find the question you have and reference the timestamp, and you can skip through the video to find the time signature relating to your question. If you have any further questions, concerns, or problems that are not addressed in this video, give us a call here at the Rocker Shop at 605-394-2374 or send us an email at sdsm&t@sdsm&t.edu. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get started. Section 1. What is FDA and why? So what exactly is First Day Access, or FDA? Basically, it's all just digital content. FDA converts physical course materials into instantly accessible, totally interactive, and adaptive content. The FDA program has been adopted by the South Dakota Board of Regents to help save you money by reducing the cost of course materials to ensure that all students are prepared with the same course materials on the first day of class. The program is set up at the faculty's discretion, and the extent of materials used will vary from professor to professor. FDA usage can save students an average of 60% by using the digital course materials over purchasing the physical print, and your backpack won't be full of heavy and bulky textbooks. All your materials are accessed through your laptop. Less trips to the chiropractor too. There are 2 main priorities that have influenced the adoption of the FDA program. First, to improve the educational outcome for students attending the university. We are in the 20th century, and the technology is rapidly changing and improving almost daily. But you know that already. That's why you're here at the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology. The second priority is to reduce the cost of materials needed to complete your courses. Let's face it, if you're here, you are probably an engineer or scientist in training. You don't have that NASA or Parsons Brinckerhoff salary quite yet. So why FDA? In recent years, more and more publishing companies are moving to digital options instead of the traditional print, and in the years to come, less and less physical textbooks will be available. During this transitional period, the landscape of many publishers is rapidly changing. As the adoption of digital textbooks and courseware becomes more dominant, restructuring of these publishing companies becomes a new and rapidly accelerating priority to keep up with all the changes. With every new semester, the digital process of this adoption only gets better and better. New challenges do present themselves, and as things improve, these challenges are becoming less frequent. A few of the publishers that we use for digital content mainly include Pearson, Wiley, Cengage, and McGraw-Hill. Section 2. What's included with FDA? So what all is included with the FDA package? This can vary from course to course and even in the relative sections, but with FDA, you will commonly find a digital textbook and/or digital courseware, and depending on the class, the courseware can also include the textbook. Some classes that have adopted FDA may only include the digital textbook by itself with no courseware. Some other things you might find included with FDA are study guides, solution manuals, and other custom materials that your professor may have adopted to be part of the course. If the course contains the actual courseware and not just the textbook itself, then it will be common for homework assignments to be issued through FDA, and the ability to submit your completed assignments can be done in the same way. It is important to note that FDA is not just a digital textbook. This is a common misconception and needs to be addressed and understood. Typically, a course that is chosen to use FDA will use the textbook only. However, Some classes will utilize the full benefits of FDA and make use of all of the courseware. The decision on how your course is set up is ultimately made by the professor. Section 3. How to access FDA content. It is important to note that you are automatically enrolled in FDA and no additional steps need to be taken after you have registered for the class. The first step to accessing your FDA content, if you are unfamiliar with the process, is to check your email. You should have received an email from the Rocker Shop with the subject line of Important FDA Information or something similar. This email will contain basic instructions on how to access the digital content. The email is typically sent a few days before the actual class starts, so if you don't see it right away, give it some time and it will be available closer to the start of class. The most common interface used to access your digital content is going to be through Desire to Learn, or commonly known as D2L. This is a South Dakota Board of Regents official course management software tool. To log into D2L, go to https://d2l.sdbor.edu. Once your account has been activated, you can sign in using your student email address and your password. D2L is a system separate from the SD-Minds network, so new users will have to create a new password the first time you access the system. Instructions on how to log in for the first time can be found at sdsm&t.edu/its. Then navigate to the campus services and click How Do I? In the new page that pops up, find the Logging On option and click How do I log on to D2L? Or simply type D2L in the search bar on the top of the screen and then select Log on to D2L the first time. Once you have gained access into D2L, you will find all your course information including the course schedule, links to the courseware and textbooks, select solution manuals, and more. This page will be the main hub to access your digital content. Most of your courses will be accessible through D2L, and some are accessed via third-party extensions like VitalSource Bookshelf, Wiley, and Pearson. There may also be some content that is located outside of D2L, like Zybooks, and can be accessed through its own format. If you are having any issues with error screens while trying to access your digital content, contact us here at the Rocker Shop so we can diagnose the problem and find a solution for you. Section 4. Payments, Charges, and Durations. FDA is automatically charged to your student account once you register for a course. Students are billed at the same time as registration, and that payment is due at the same time as tuition and fees. Your bill is housed in SDE-Pay, which is accessible through Banner. Banner provides you with information on courses, financial aid, allows you to register for classes, view your course schedule, and more. Once you're in Banner, click on SDE-Pay/View Accounts under the My Student Account Information section. From there, you can view and pay your accounts or see your recent statements. The charges generated from FDA will appear as MFDA. You can also pay with cash or check at the cashier's office located on the main floor of the Surbeck Center. For more detailed information, you can visit the sdsm&t website and find the Understanding Your Bill document. Simply type that into the search bar at the top of the page and it will show up first on the list and can be downloaded as a PDF. Another important aspect to pay attention to is the duration of the digital content. As the start date to the semester gets closer, you will see a list from the Rocker Shop with all of the FDA courses available with the relative section numbers, instructor, price, and the duration of the material. This list can be found on our website at hardrockershop.com under the textbooks menu and first day access. On the top of that page, there will be a PDF link to the current semester's FDA information. Some digital textbooks can be available on a perpetual basis, meaning that you have access to the digital copy forever. Commonly, if your course is using the FDA courseware, you may see that the book is perpetual, but the courseware is pay per semester. Other durations for the content can be available for 180 days up to 5 years. It is important to account for the duration of your materials before you consider opting in or out. Section 5. Opt-in, opt-out, refunds, and billing. Opting in or out is a popular subject within the FDA program. So what does it mean to be opted in or opted out? Opt-in means that you are enrolled in a course that has chosen to use FDA as the course materials supplier. Once you have registered with the course utilizing FDA, you are automatically opted in. Opt-out means that you are waiving the right to use FDA materials. By opting out, you lose access to all digital courseware and/or the textbook. Why would somebody want to opt out of FDA? This could be for many different reasons, but let us present a few common examples. Example number 1. Your professor may only require the actual digital textbook only with no other courseware components, and you may already have that textbook. This can be a physical textbook or a digital copy that you have access to. It's important to know and understand whether your professor uses FDA for homework submission before opting out of FDA. As explained in Section 4, it is also important to make sure that you are aware of the duration of your materials, as it is possible for your content to expire before your course is over. Example number 2. You wish to acquire your own course materials. If you are enrolled into a class that requires digital materials to complete your course and you wish to use a different party's content, you become solely responsible for A. Acquiring the correct materials as required to complete the course, B. Attaching the materials to your class. Support for non-FDA content will need to be sought either through the third party's customer support or possibly through your professor, which may or may not have some instruction to set up your materials related to their course. Once again, it is important to understand the difference between courseware and digital textbooks. Courseware will typically include the digital textbook and other digital course materials required for the course, while a digital textbook will commonly be textbook only and does not include other courseware materials. Example number 3. You are dropping the course and therefore have no need for the materials you were automatically enrolled for. No problem. You will automatically be opted out and refunded if the course is dropped before the add drop date, and this refund will be reflected in your student account. Please allow for a few days for these refunds to be processed and reflect to your account. Section 6. Semester pay versus continuations. You will probably hear the term continuation somewhere regarding FDA. A continuation simply means continued access to your materials and/or digital textbooks where you pay full price once and have continued access through future semesters in relation to specific classes. It is important to note that you will be billed for the second course, but a refund will be issued after the add drop date, ultimately resulting in no charge for that course. FDA charges are directly tied to the course, so you will see a charge each semester. Continuations are becoming less of an option as time goes on, as the publishers are leaning more toward the pay-per-semester format. In some recent cases, however, like Chemistry 326, the courseware and the textbook will still be used in Chemistry 328. Once you are enrolled in Chemistry 328, you will probably see an FDA charge for the class, but this charge will be refunded back to your account after the add drop date, and you will still have access to the courseware and textbook. Courses that include continuations are phasing out. Pay per semester is the most common format used for the FDA program. For more information on opting out of the FDA materials, please refer to Section 5, Opt-in, Opt-out, Refunds and Billing, or Section 7, Frequently Asked Questions, which will be in the next additional video.